Did you know that 80% of people who lose weight within the first year gain it all back?
My mission is to impact the hearts and minds of women, helping them change their stories and empowering them to love themselves, their bodies, and their lives.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Change Your Story podcast. I'm Hannah Dawson, your host and transformation coach. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, mindset coach, writer, speaker, and creator of the Fit Club Babes app, and I am here to help you transform your life. While I love teaching all things nutrition and fitness, and trust me, you'll get lots of that on here, my true passion lies in the power of mindset and self-relationship. I know firsthand how powerful a mindset shift can be. It has profoundly impacted not only my health and fitness journey, but also my relationship with myself, and it can do the same for you too. Many women believe as we age, we lose our beauty, body, and health, but that's not true. You can feel and look amazing and get better with age, and I'm going to show you how. Are you ready to change your story? Let's flip the script one thought at a time.
What is up, my Change Your Story listeners? Welcome back to the podcast today. I am so excited to be continuing this. This is just such a hot topic with you ladies. I mean, even with me, we just want to learn about fat loss. It seems to be a thing. It seems to be this thing that we chase, doesn't it? It just seems to be this thing that, we feel like once we catch it, we'll be happy or we'll love ourselves. And it's just such a lie. And it can be so frustrating. And so today I want to help you with, I should say, 5 shifts when it comes to your fat loss journey. If this is where you're at, a lot of the time, if we have yo-yoed and we keep making that same mistake, chances are we haven't taken time to reflect about what it is that we truly want. Chances are we're chasing the outcome instead of creating the process, right? Creating the lifestyle. A lot of the times we're chasing an outcome and it doesn't matter. We're kind of like whatever means necessary to get that scale to go down. Even if I have to juice cleanse or eat celery every day or take some detox, drink some detox, whatever it is, I just want this weight off. And this can be such an unhealthy mindset to have. Sometimes we just have to take a minute, because I have been there where you're almost like, holy, pardon my language, fuck. Like, I can't fit into my clothes. I'm not feeling good. There's no way. Like, summer's coming. I just don't feel good. You know the feeling. And it can be very easy to spiral. Are you with me? Have you found yourself spiraling at all? Like, spiraling means you are grabbing onto anything. You are thinking the craziest things. Maybe some things that you said you would never do, you are considering. I have been there. I guarantee I've thought about everything in these moments. And this is the time that we really need to be able to take a step back and to adjust our lens. Clean those glasses. We need a fresh perspective. We need to calm the fuck down, take a couple deep breaths, pardon my language, but sometimes we need that word. We need the interruption in that brain, like just take a breath and let's think about what it is that you truly want. I want to share statistics with you for a second, ladies. Did you know that 80% of people who lose weight within the first year gain it all back? 80%. So today, if this is you, if you are a yo-yoer, we're gonna go over some steps and some mental shifts to help you break free from this and finally get some momentum in your journey, see some results so that it lasts. And sometimes it's just having a refresher, having someone remind us, having someone in our ear. So let's go over that. Okay, the statistics is 80% of people within the first year gain all the way back. And I want to say this, it's not because they failed, but it's because their goal was too small. Yes, their goal was too small. The biggest mismatch that you can make during your fat loss journey is thinking it's just a phase. And I'll touch on that in a second. And that you can go back to how things were before. So if nothing changes in your identity or your habits, or your daily life, you are always going to default return to your old results, your old habits. Now, I want to say fat loss is a phase. Let's just say that. But the habits shouldn't be. All right. There's going to be some things that you're going to have to shift and pivot during this journey. And if fat loss is your goal, that's the first phase that you're going to start with. But there's going to be habits to reach that goal that are not going to be a phase. And that's what I see a lot of women do. They create these amazing habits, they create these amazing disciplines, and they reach their goal and they stop the habits that got them there. And they stop doing the things, and then they revert back, and then it just creates a yo-yo. So it wasn't that the choices that they made to get there was wrong. It was knowing how to pivot once they reach their goal. Knowing what choice do I need to make next to align with this lifestyle I'm trying to create. So we're going to talk about the 5 shifts that you need to make to keep your results and love your lifestyle. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Okay, so step number 1 is we need to have a mindset shift. And if you know me, you know how important mindset is. Mindset is the foundation. Mindset's your foundation. You don't work on your mindset, everything else crumbles. You can only, work on the external things so long before storms come, and they will come. And so if your house isn't built on solid foundation and the storms come, you'll be wiped out. And so when we're building our body, if we're not working on that mindset, on that foundation, life will wipe us out and take us off the path of where we are wanting to go. So we have to have an identity shift, okay? So when we have a goal, we have to realize that we're not the woman who's trying to lose weight. We have to shift our identity to start being the woman who cares deeply for her physical and mental health, to the woman who does it because she loves her body. This is about how you see yourself. Someone who protects her peace, fuels her body, and shows up consistently because she values, I'm having a hard time talking, she values her well-being because you value your well-being. This is who you are now. I heard, if you guys have read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, I love how he puts it. He goes, if you want to get better at running, you don't go for a run, you are a runner. Like you are not someone that is trying to lose weight, you are someone who is fit, healthy, and strong. Like the wording has to change. That has to become your identity, right? You're not someone that wants to do personal development. You are someone who works on themselves, who wants to grow. You're not someone who wants to finish a book. You are a reader. Do you get, like, there has to be a mental shift. So these are things that you really want to pay attention to. You almost have to put yourself in your future body, or I like to call it your doppelganger. If you met your doppelganger and she was everything you wanted to be, everything, what would that be? So what is she like? What does she do? What are the habits? Like, because there's a certain identity attached to the lifestyle that she has, to the body that she has. So you have to adopt, okay, that word adopt, you have to adopt a new identity, new habits. And sometimes we got to borrow it for a bit. We got to see, okay, what is the identity that I need to adopt to have this? I'm going to give you a little fun tip thing that's lots of fun. Use ChatGPT, input all your information, input your goal, and say, what is the identity shift that I need to adopt to become the person that I want to become? ChatGPT is amazing. I was joking with my family how it's like my new best friend. Like anything, even when I'm having a hard day, I'll literally talk to ChatGPT. Okay, you're probably thinking, well, Hannah, this is weird. And it will give me like an answer or whatever that I needed. So this is your life. This is your life game. And so whatever rules that you want, you can set them. You can make the rules for your life. And so we have to have this identity shift. Okay, number 2. So step 2, all right, when we want to shift the way we reach our goal is move to feel good. Move to feel good. A lot of the time, us women will complain, oh, I have to work out today. Or, oh, I still haven't done my workout. I'm so tired. Do you realize it's a gift? And I'm saying that with with love in my heart because I've been that person. It's going to give back to you. It's so good for your mental health. It's going to, give you vitality. So you need to start seeing your workouts as an appointment with yourself to feel good. Stop seeing movement as punishment. It's not. It's going to give you energy. It's going to make you feel confident. It's going to give you longevity and vitality and youthfulness and joy and happiness and peace. Working out isn't just about changing your body. It's about increasing your strength, your power, your energy, your mood. Like I said, it's about longevity, mental clarity, and confidence. So find movement you enjoy and let that joy fuel your consistency. If you start seeing movement as a habit, as a hobby, it's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be, this is going to make me feel good. This is going to make me feel strong. It's going to shift everything for you, I promise. All right, step 3 when it comes to your fat loss journey is eat the rainbow. We can get so confused about food. We can let it overtake us, and we can go down these rabbit holes and start feeling really overwhelmed. We need to ditch the obsession with restriction. All right, yes, when you're wanting to lose fat, you have to be in a caloric deficit, but it isn't what you think it needs to be. I always say, what's the minimum effective dose to get things going, right? And if we focus on foods that are nutrient dense, they're going to help us reach our goal a lot faster for many reasons. I want to say this, that processed foods are addictive. They put so many chemicals and so many things in it to get you addicted to them. So the less you eat processed foods, the less you will crave them. And I don't mean I mean processed foods. I mean like all the goodies, the chips, the packaged meats that last for whatever, all of the stuff that is processed, all the processed stuff that can last on a shelf for longer. There's stuff in it to make you addicted to it and to make you crave sugar. It's crazy the stuff that they put in it. So I really want you to think about, when it comes to your nutrition, you can still eat foods that you enjoy while in a fat loss and still reach your goal. But there needs to be some kind of boundaries, right? We have to have some sort of boundaries with ourselves, because if there isn't, then just anything goes. And when anything goes, that's including our goals. Our goals just are out the window. So I always say to our Fit Club community, 80% whole food, 20% soul food. Find that balance. 80% of your food during the day should be whole foods, one ingredient foods. The thing with that is they will fill you up. If you eat a whole potato, that's going to fill you up with your protein. Then if you were to eat potato chips, you could probably down a whole bag. The calories in it, the nutrients in it is going to be a lot better from a potato. And a lot of women will be like, oh, potatoes are carbs are bad, but then they don't eat that during the day, and then they're into the potato chips at night. So you just have to really remind yourself that nutrient dense foods will satiate you. They give your body, the little workers in your body that help repair your muscle, that help give your muscle energy. Those little workers take the nutrients from that food to help you recover faster. So remember that they help satiate your hormones, your hunger hormones, which is leptin and ghrelin. So when you're eating whole foods, your body is working a lot better. Okay, so remember that. And the next thing with your nutrition is eating your macros. Focusing less on calories and more on macros. And I mean, if your goal is fat loss, yes, you want to be in a deficit, but really prioritize hitting your protein. Really prioritize, trying to get as close to those macro targets with your proteins, your carbs, and your fats as possible, with staying within your calories. So, it's gonna come down to planning that out. And when you're eating and choosing foods, eat a variety of whole foods. Fill your plate with colorful, different options, from yams that are orange to different vegetables that are bright green, red, maybe beets, proteins that you love. Food isn't your enemy, ladies. It's your power source. And I want to say this too. And I'm currently in a fat loss phase right now, and I've been loving fish tacos, so I've been doing cod. That's a whole food, high protein source. And I've been having a tortilla wrap. Yes, it's processed, but again, I'm finding that balance. I have mixed greens with it. I have a little bit of this Nando's mayonnaise with it. Yes, that's a little bit of my 20% of soul food processed stuff. But if I can eat that and my macros are balanced, I'm more likely to stick to my plan long term, and then be able to reach my goal and sustain it after, when I'm learning these habits, when I'm learning how to have flexibility with my nutrition choices. And yes, I make sure I eat my fruits, my vegetables, hitting my protein, but I'm still allowing room for that. Like, whereas before, all or nothing, I might have been like, carbs are bad, can't have wraps, can't have bread, can't have this, can't have that. And then you just feel so deprived that it's really hard to stick to. And so having something that you enjoy that hits your macros, that is still whole food with a little bit of flexibility, you're more likely to stay on track longer. I hope that that helps. So that is step 3. We're talking about nutrition, eating the rainbow. Ditch the obsession with restriction, follow flexibility, hit your macros, have a colorful plate, and remember, food is your best friend. It is there to help you. Food literally is energy. Remember, calories are energy, and the more nutrient dense the calories are, the better you're going to recover and the better you're going to feel on all different levels. Step 4, okay? If you have a pen, maybe you should be writing these down. You can always come back to these too. It's build routine and habits. Now, I can't stress this enough. Like I said, 80% of people that lose the weight gain it all back within the first year because they haven't learned that habits need to be things that you continue to do. There has to be consistency. So like, once you reach the goal, if you stop doing the things that helped you reach the goal, you're going to go backwards. So we have to find lasting habits that last. And while you may reach your goal and you may have to shift some of your nutrition, or maybe you have to reverse diet to maintenance because you're feeling good, those habits, that from tracking your nutrition to meal prepping, you still have to keep those habits, right? So it's really important to realize that the habits that you created the lifestyle with to reach your goal, you need to keep. They may not be as intense, it may not feel as intense, but it should feel enjoyable. And remember how hard it is to build those good habits. It's so easy to lose them once you stop. It's like pulling a piece of yarn when you have a beautiful blanket knit. It takes you a long time. You pull that one thing and it will unravel so fast. And so habits are like that. Same with weight. It takes you so long to lose that fat. And, you know, it can be so easily put back on when you let go of those habits. So remember that. Don't lose the habits. You just may need to find a different approach with your new lifestyle and be able to reflect on what it is that you want now. So reflection is huge. Okay, so remember, with this lifestyle, it's not about willpower. If you try to do your habits or this lifestyle or reach your goal on willpower alone, you'll find yourself defeated and deflated every single day and in the pantry eating your kids' snacks, trust me, right? It's about creating systems, priming your environment, making your environment trigger those healthy habits that you have, right? Remember how hard they were to build. And remember that, you know, we don't rise to the level of our goals, but we fall to the level of our systems. So those systems that are in place were habits that you created. So, you know, make sure you still plan your week. Meal prep in a way that makes life easier. Prioritize your sleep. That's a habit. Going to bed at a certain time, waking up at a certain time, making fitness fun and a hobby, scheduling your workouts so that you make sure that you do them so that they don't feel like a chore. Walk daily, move often. Like, I can't say that enough. Like, move. Besides your workouts, move. Go for walks. Take the stairs. Park farther away. I get that life can get busy. Sometimes you don't have the time to do that, but you have to find those little moments in your day that you can do that, because it is a lifestyle, and this will make it so much better on your mindset. You'll just feel so much better. This is how you build a lifestyle that you don't want to escape from, one that supports you, one that makes you feel good. All right, final step, step 5. This is one, again, I can't stress enough. We're coming full circle here. All right, girlies, are you listening? Process over the outcome. I know we focus on the outcome and we forget about the process. That's what I just said in the habits and the systems. We get so focused on the goal. We reach the goal. We pretty much say F it to the process and we revert backwards. So you need to fall in love with the process, the journey. It has to become a lifestyle. It has to become part of your identity, who you are. This is where most people will self-sabotage because they didn't plan for what's after. And I always say, especially when you have a goal of fat loss, that you're not done the diet. There's the diet after the diet. There's the plan after the plan. So this is where most women do fall off, and this is where they really struggle, is the reverse diet. If you have been dieting for a long time and you have lost a significant amount of weight, girl, you cannot just jump back to maintenance calories or just go off the rails. Your body is fat anabolic. When you have lost so much weight or so much fat, you are fat anabolic. What does that mean? You are fat sensitive. Anything that you eat can be easily stored as fat if it's done too quickly. So we have to reverse diet. You have to think about, okay, this new weight, it has to become your new set point. So it has to be done in a way where we slowly add calories back in, mainly to carbohydrates and fats, into our body slowly over the course of they say however long it took you to lose the weight, cut it in half, and that's how long it will take you to get back up to maintenance. So if it took you 6 months, it's going to take you about anywhere 8 to 12 weeks to reverse diet back. Everybody is different though, okay? So everybody's body is different. So again, this is individualized, and you slowly add those calories in week by week or every couple weeks until you hit your maintenance. And so every week that you hold your weight, as you've been increasing your calories, then you've held your weight, then you add a little bit more, you still hold your weight, you add a little bit more, and then pretty soon you're at maintenance and you stay at maintenance, and then you have to eat at maintenance for 6 months. And once you've eaten at maintenance at that new weight for 6 months, it becomes your new set point, your new set point for your weight. A lot of us don't do it properly, so our body goes back to our old set point. So if we don't reverse diet and do maintenance, which a lot of women find yo-yoing, dieting and then crashing, dieting and crashing, you have to reverse diet and quit the crashing. So get back up to maintenance, hold it for 6 months. So no dieting for 6 months. Once you're done the fat loss phase, hold that new weight, see where you're at. Maybe it's time to do a build. Maybe it's time to just stay at maintenance and really work on lifting more weights to reshape. Whatever it is, you'll kind of know after that time. But the issue is when women think fat loss is the end, reaching their goal is the end. It's not. It's actually just the beginning. You've lost all the weight. Now you have to figure out how to live at this new weight and this new lifestyle. Well, ladies, I hope that these tips have helped you, help change your perception, your perspective on where you're at now. Take these tips, write them down. If you have any questions, reach out to me, email me, social media. You can tag me, Facebook group, ask me any questions. If you need help, join the Fit Club app. You guys, everything will be in the show notes of this podcast. I'd be happy to help you answer any of your questions. I'll finish off by saying this, that if your plan ends when the scale hits a certain number, so will your results. But if you become someone who lives this, who enjoys the process, who sees herself differently, you will never start over again. All right. Drop this. If you are ready to make shifts and lock in the lifestyle, not just the weight loss plan, join me inside the Fit Club app. All right, tag me on social media at Hannah Dawson Fitness or at the Fit Club Babes app, and let me know which of the 5 shifts hit hardest for you today. That is it. That is all. I love you all. Until next time, bye for now.